ADHD.
Where am I?
ADHD.
ADHD.
Whoa, there's a fucking gain detector on this thing.
Oh, it's live.
So you detected all your gains.
I haven't. You know, I remember you told me this as well.
Mm-hmm.
The time we went sparring, and then you told me your physique is pretty good, but you lack doubts.
Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you told me that.
Okay.
And then I went out with Barry, and he said your physique is really good already, but you lack doubts.
How did that make you feel?
No, because your other part of
everyone tells me I lack doubts.
you got very wide back. So like with the doubts, you just makes it look jacked as hell.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I need doubts. I've been blasting them so hard. I'm gonna keep blasting them. I'm gonna walk around like this.
That's the thing. I think during our first meetup, we talked about going to gym. Until now, we haven't gotten a gym stash.
But that's because the fucking Safra Energy one is closed down. I mean
the bio is closed.
Sorry, the Pongo one. Well, that's why you haven't been there. Oh,
open for quite long.
I thought you renovate
for like 2 weeks only.
and it's done.
Done already.
Gym
can
time.
grab a workout together.
Yeah, we should go gym.
What other insecurities do you have other than your doubts?
Is it even an insecurity? Because you didn't even realize it.
Right? My acne. But I think insecurities are so obscure.
There is the what you dislike about yourself, and then what you perceive people to dislike about you. Like
for me, it's my teeth. Mom, every time I play my video on the TV, it's like, oh, ugly teeth.
Oh yeah, I mean I have plenty of stuff like that, but I think generally it doesn't fucking matter. Like even if I don't want to turn things into a dependency, like imagine we focus on our looks and then we change them, we find out nothing has changed. And that's something so fucking common. Like right now I'm about to hop on Accutane, I'm doing physio for my posture. I'm doing all these things. But back then when I had like a blind, unconditional ego, that was the reciprocation I was getting from people was so much more than I was getting being like overly concerned about even though I looked worse back then. Yeah, so definitely I don't think insecurities fucking matter,
but you were more comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah, definitely. But then after a while the imposter syndrome kicks in. I look at myself in the mirror and I start noticing your doubts aren't there, Vernon. You can't be talking to women with no doubts.
No doubt, no bitches.
Yeah, and then Cal says it, and then Barry says it, and then my friends tell me it. Now my friend tells me on a daily basis that I'm lacking doubts. So now I have to. Yeah, so now I can't talk to people without thinking about my doubts. Okay, it's not that big of a thing. But yeah, I think insecurity is so, it's like we remind ourselves of our shortcomings because we lack courage to take the realistic efforts. That's what Alfred Adler says. Yeah, so.
Do you believe that you have to, accept the reality of what you have, even acceptance?
It's so difficult to, I don't even know, because we can't live life by absolutes. So I don't know what is like a correct philosophy.
Should there even be a correct philosophy?
Right. And even psychology itself is a form of philosophy. It's the assumption that there's cause and effect, there's past and present, and that kind of like, I think it was pioneered by Freud, is it?
Sigmund Freud.
Yeah, Sigmund Frog. Mr. Frog, right? He came out with the idea that our actions are directed by the unconscious mind type beat. Yeah, I think that's just like that's also an assumption itself. Like it's not, psychology is the study of patterns, right? Like generally. Is it?
Behaviors.
Yeah. So there's plenty of probability and shit. Right now I'm in my whole freaking philosophy phase. Then the more I get deeper into it, the more I understand. The
more you know what you don't know.
Yeah, definitely. And also the more I think it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, that's just a personal opinion. I mean, there's so many fucking different philosophies, and none of them add up to anything. I think it's just like a medium of art.
It's fun to get into, but once you're into it for too long, you realize that
definitely
you could have just live life without any philosophies.
But it's fun too. I mean, both ways are fun.
Do you believe in cause and effect?
I do believe in cause and effect, but I believe it doesn't change your free will.
Mm.
Doesn't,
Equally opposite force is your free will.
yeah, I guess so. I think there's a very beautiful cosmic choice type beat. Because even though, like just now I already mentioned this, two people from the exact same upbringing,
Mhm.
like let's say two kids are getting abused by their parents.
I love that.
I love that as well. I'm
Mhm.
gonna abuse the fuck out of my kids.
Mm.
Yeah, with my hands.
Okay.
For the record.
Yeah. So they
It one spa, 1 year old.
oh hell yeah. He's gonna know how to spar when he's half age.
Mm.
Yeah, 0.5 years old. Or straight out of the womb.
Yeah,
Those bloody
how about
and
in the womb?
slimy.
You can't even do.
Oh, in the womb.
Oh shit.
Can't hit me from there, can you? Can't touch this. Yeah, anyway. So let's say two kids are abused. And then people make the assumption that if someone abuses their kids, it's generational trauma.
Mm.
Like they've been abused before, that's why they know how to abuse. But if that was the case, we would have a compounding effect of fucking humongous family tree of just generational trauma, and we'll all be ridiculously abused, and nobody will fight against it because we're just following our pathway. I mean, generally you can say everybody is fucking traumatized by different things, but not everybody becomes an abuser. I mean, we abuse people to a certain extent, but we don't rape our children. Not yet. Anyways, but I'm just saying that two people, same upbringing, can have completely different outcomes.
Mm.
And I think that's why choice is
But when you say
important.
same upbringing, does it mean every single thing? Like in this
Oh
hypothetical.
yeah, there's so many variables to consider
Yeah.
as well.
Life is
That's
a lot
why-
more complex.
Yeah, then that brings back to the point that psychology is very, very obscure. It's very difficult to rely on it.
I guess because psychology is about statistics, using the scientific
Yeah.
method to try to observe patterns, I say.
It's for people to make predictions.
Yeah. So most of the time it's just to prescribe whether you have a tendency to fall under certain psychological, I guess, stress.
Yeah.
There's no telltale sign. There's not even pop psychology,
Wait,
It's
what's
just-
pop psychology?
all the
Popular
love
psychology.
languages,
Oh.
popular psychology,
Love languages.
MBTI, all this.
Ah.
It's just to it's just to add black and white into a world of
It's
grayness.
definitely way too black and white though.
In a sense of like, what is the utility of all labels? Labels are meant to like shortcut communication, right? Because if I'm going to tell you I am a cinematographer, video editor, instead of like saying I'm a podcast creator, like shorten, simplify,
yeah.
masculine simplification.
Wait, what are you saying?
So,
Labels of
MBTI is, and like other psychometric like assessments, are the
Ah.
sort of
Just to save time and get certain points across. But
Yeah, very obscure though. And also, I've actually been thinking about this. What's the MBTI used for? It's developed in World War II, I believe.
based
it
on some
was
like Jungian
for
model
some
of
human resource distribution, I believe. I know a lot of people who like to take the MBTI way too seriously, like zodiac signs like that. They identify with it and they hold on to it like it's their fucking jewel.
the moon signs
Yeah,
are in alignment.
I think MBTI is quite very vague, very very vague. Especially because I recently learned, correct me if I'm wrong. Is it thinking and feeling on opposite spectrums?
Mhm.
There's very very clear scientific evidence, decades of scientific evidence that shows that a thinker can very much be a feeler at the same time. And I don't understand why those are polar opposites.
Mm,
And not only that, there's also MBTI lacks a lot of performance indicators. So I see our MOE, they use MBTI to select your e-career. You know the eCareer.com or something.
or is it?
They use MBTI to select your fucking job.
I know in
Prospects.
China, job
That's ridiculous.
interviewers actually ask a mandatory question like, what is your MBTI
What
in
the-
some of the Chinese companies.
Okay.
Or, yeah.
Personally, I think that's ridiculous because if you take the test over and over, it changes like 50% of the time. That's like an actual metric.
Yep.
Um,
Mine changed 3 times. Already.
yeah.
I mean, which test are you taking? Are you taking the 16 personality? Like,
yeah.
but that's like the worst.
That's the
like,
worst.
It's generally accepted in the community that's like S.
Which one is the one that people use for their fucking job prospects?
Yeah, I'm not sure as well. Like, they probably have some like tests of their own.
So
I
like,
think
people
lacks
will
a
just
lot of-
use what is the most popular, which is the
16%.
Yeah.
And that one is a fucking $1 million industry. They're
Yeah.
just profiting off people trying to find out what they are, but what they are changes every.
But they
yeah.
are all stereotypes, are like
Yeah.
16
definitely.
personality types.
And the key thing is there's only 4 categories. A human is not just these 4 categories.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
you said, no performance indicator. I think it's just more like a fun thing. Like these 4 categories is an easier way to see how likely you are to lean towards one or the other. It's not like black or white. The spectrum still, but in that sense, it's a lot more complex. In reality, people are not just these 4 spectrums.
The gross
Yeah, definitely.
oversimplification.
Definitely.
And the actual, like, if you actually like go down the rabbit hole, it's like based on like what cognitive stacks. So like even if you're like, some people say like what, I'm 50% introvert, 50% then they're like, I'm an INTP, that's me in the past. Then like apparently it's not at all. Like your like
How do you even calculate
priorities
that
and
shit?
everything, like they have like 16, like I think 16, like you have a stack of like 8 things, basically. Then it's like you can figure out your blind spot. It's like your trickster or something, your demon, like your fear or whatever, like
What the
then
hell?
your ego, like your hero, your parent, your child. Yeah.
I saw the video you sent. I didn't understand any of it.
Yeah, but
It's way too complex. But turns out doesn't really matter. Like it's still fun to talk about it sometimes.
it's a tool you can
that's
use
true.
to
You can identify with all the strengths.
What do you guys think of the big 5?
ocean personality.
In a,
Is it
yeah,
called
take-
Ocean? Oh yeah, it is. Openness to experience,
Yeah, that's-
conscientious.
Psychometric test.
Is the one Jordan B?
Jordan Peterson has
Yeah.
one also. I do the
That's
free
the
one.
one.
I like.
Yeah. He charges like $10 for it. Fuck him.
I was
Fuck you,
gonna
Jordan.
buy it for my friends actually.
Oh wow. I want to take it.
Yeah, but for
Buy
you.
for me. Fuck
After
you, Jordan.
capitalist. Okay.
I don't know about that one. I don't know anything about the big 5.
Have you done the test at all? No.
Big 5? No. I tried to, but it took too long.
Oh.
What
Was it-
about MBTI?
MBTI I have done a long time ago.
What's
but
your
I changed
most
like
recent
3
one?
times. I remember.
Don't remember.
But I know I changed from I to E, and my F changed to T, and my T changed to F again. Yeah, I think something along.
I think for me when I was in IT last time, infotech or introverts, mine was INTP. Thinking also because I try to be logical. Then, P over J. Oh, that was just me all along. I was a bit not organized. Then after I got out of that, like
Peanut
when in
butter
NS
and
and stuff, I get to expose to more people. Naturally, it just changed to E. They become like ENTP. Then as I'm getting into content creation, it become ENFP because it's a more
okay.
big picture.
I think
Yeah.
we're tribal creatures, so it's like average
And
of the
we
5
also
people.
make our choices like very nuanced.
Context based.
Yeah.
Like we have we all have selective perception. So like our brains see more that we want to know. So it's very difficult. Anyways, next topic. The whole rabbit hole here.
Yeah.
I think the way to summarize, humans are way too complex, and when
Too many variables.
multiple complex beings come together and interact, you cannot predict anything.
I mean,
Yeah.
you want the main, like, they're normal, so you know they're normal. If they identify with a type, it's like, then you can know like how far they will like go out of their normal zone, like the range that they will act, normal proclivities, right? It's like I use it as a shortcut, as a tool to like know yourself, know other people. Like if I know this guy's personality that he identifies, like type that he identifies with, I can go down rabbit holes, learning everything I need to know about how to interact with him and like make him feel
But
loved.
if that
maybe.
changes, I don't
What?
think
Okay,
I
wait,
don't
wait.
think that is accurate.
I don't think you want to be so
Yeah.
calculative.
You can attract people using MBTI also. There are like videos. Like, But most of it just goes on to be yourself. That's basically it.
Yeah, I think still stick to just be yourself.
Can I
and
attract Geminis by being a Taurus?
I'm a
I
Taurus.
don't know if that works.
I think
I'm a
for
saggy.
social
Saggy,
interactions,
yo.
if you can just be sincere, be yourself and treat others as they are, I think that just solves most of the issue. The MBTI can be a social lubricant, can be a good topic to discuss. It's fun to just, you can either slander it or you can support it, but at the end of the day, the key big idea of like social interaction is just be sincere.
Yeah, I think connecting with someone, like a genuine connection, you definitely cannot be too calculated. So many people are like so obsessed with the attention, transactions. You know, like I shouldn't text you right now because I need to show
Wait
you
5
that
minutes.
I have other things. Yeah,
Double the
and we do that in
the
real
reply
life as
time.
well. Like I can't tell you that I'm grateful for you because then it'll be a one-sided relationship because you couldn't be as grateful for me because you're only grateful for the gays. Yeah, I mean, attention transaction is the most cute thing ever. Makes me sad.
But we live in a attention economy, no?
Definitely, 100%. Saddens me because there's so much lack of connection. Everybody's all obsessed with individual progression rather than collective outcomes.
Why do you think that is the case?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we don't have a collective purpose anymore, by and large, unless we work in like government sectors. We're just thinking of, I'm gonna get rich and show all these people. They're gonna regret not making me feel involved when I was 15 years old. I don't know whether you guys think that way. I think that way. Fuck you guys. Yeah. So, and then our brains are always obsessed over our own responsibilities, what we can get on time, all these things, rather than us being in a community, us having collective purpose. Like, how can I serve this guy? Like, we don't have those genuine thoughts anymore. For a long time, I thought people were innately self-obsessed and innately selfish. Like, that's just unavoidable. Like, we all have our own desires, right?
Incapable of love.
Yeah, but I think that's because we just simply lack community. There's been decades, right, that we lack this fucking collective purpose. Last time wars would recreate that for us. But nowadays, the only war we fight is not jerking our worm at 8 a.m. in the morning. So
and we lose that war every single day.
please don't that war. You got this one. You can jerk after this video though. Show you these two handsome men over here.
Okay. Change your base. What would you say is your biggest takeaway from high school DxD?
What the fuck? Great question. How do you know I've watched? High School DxD is a great show, guys. Watched it when I was Sec 2. Great fucking show. I mean, I don't really know what the plot was.
To focus on.
One hand was always somewhere else.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. Or preparing to go somewhere else.
Your hands full.
Yeah, my hands are definitely full. Yeah, I would say, shit, I don't know what the plot was. Great looking characters. I mean, the design. Pull up the picture of that.
And okay, what are your thoughts on ASMR girlfriend videos?
Oh my god. How the fuck they are.
I did my homework.
Have you guys listened to any before?
I think I did in the past.
Honest?
I don't.
You have?
I think I did.
Me
at some
too.
point.
My girlfriend videos.
Yes.
Yes. So
What do you
they
say?
have people who would recreate a whole story, through an audio. And then you just sit there,
POV,
yeah,
then you listen. Like,
just sit there in bed and you listen.
A whole story. Wait, but how does a girlfriend thing come in?
It's just a girl talking to you.
as if you are the boyfriend.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
And then they create like this. Some people are really good at it. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean,
They have whole atmospheric sounds and ambient noises, and you feel like there's lack of human connection.
Sound design.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a fun part of my life. Could not go to sleep without them. Like I'll just lay there. Holy shit, I felt so pathetic, but it was beautiful.
Right, I used to listen to affirmations. Those you are strong, you are powerful.
Now that's gay.
before
Okay,
like
I'm listening to a
Ethan
woman. I listen to a woman say you are strong,
got both.
so you're
Yeah.
bi then. See, that's unacceptable in Cal standards on the
Cannot.
transgender spectrum.
I only support asexual. You are not interested in anyone, that's good.
So instead of 𝐀𝐿𝐵, it's 𝐻𝐈. Okay, sorry.
Ooh, what's Kelby?
What's
Oh,
Chips.
the chips.
Oh.
Oh, bye.
What does anime mean to you?
That's a good question.
anime.
Do you guys watch anime? Like
Dragon Ball
religiously?
Z.
Oh, that's it.
My reference of what you have watched: Violet Evergarden, Konosuba,
Konosuba.
and My Hero Academia, and A Silent Voice.
Amazing.
I watched none of those. Though.
Okay. There's a lot of anime like the harem.
Okay.
Their main character is always the wimpiest, most useless trash can human being there is in the planet, right? To appeal to the trash cans of the Japanese society.
I think global now.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate it because they're promoting harmlessness. They're promoting useless Jordan Peterson type. Yeah, they're promoting harmlessness. That's ridiculous. Like it's almost a virtue to be weak now. If I'm weak, all these people will give me their attention and they'll sympathize with me. I need to paint myself a narrative where I was weak, then strong. Then people will come and love me and shit. Anyway, I hate that whole representation of the useless there. Right, how the hell is that wimpy ass 4.5 kg, 1.62 guy getting 12 stacked women with jiggly titties on top of him? And I have none. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Life is not fair.
Life is not fair. And and then I always, when growing up, I was watch these harem anime and think, oh, what I'm lacking is becoming as virtuous and as good of a guy as that guy is. Then women will fall all over me and trip over someone's leg and somehow end up with their tits in my face.
Mhm.
But that was not what I was lacking at all. Like, there's so many things. There's so many other things to consider. Yeah, but what I love about the anime is the whole filmmaking standpoint. Their soundtracks are ridiculous. It's a whole nother medium itself, I would say.
The OSTs are
Right.
fire.
Like, I think it's because they're allowed to illustrate life through their own heads rather than like film a person and stuff like that. That makes it so much more magical. Especially on the music and everything, and they know how to capture certain emotions that film you just don't think of because of your limitations. Like I have to move the camera here and there. But when you draw, the camera can come in from, I don't know, space. It's just remarkable. Oh my god.
Wildest imagination.
Yeah, anime is so sex. So peak. I love it so much. I don't love the harem wimpy trash cans though.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you believe that to truly attract someone, you need to be strong? ? Competent?
Strong. What is strong? Like this? That's not strong. These aren't there. So
The deltoids are here again.
I don't know, man. To attract a partner, we're gonna talk about red pill stuff now.
Mhm.
What is the equation to attract a partner?
Equation. Are you ready for this, boys? Talk to people, you fucking trash can. We spend too much time reasoning with the fucking attraction and stuff. I think confidence is definitely important, but there's like a basis human level. You have to be some sort of use to your fucking community. If not,
The only people out there that don't have confidence are probably from their upbringing. Their parenting is just not ideal.
Yeah,
Their parents
definitely
just never
parenting.
tell them to be competent. Maybe ask them to.
But I mean, there's so many factors to it.
There is out there.
Like there's also external like influences and shit like that. Like the fucking harem anime, you tell me it'll be fucking harmless and women will fall onto me. Ridiculous. Okay, anyways. What do you think makes someone attractive? Like the red pill would argue like aesthetic physique, right? What status, looks, I guess.
Look, money, status,
Yeah.
resources.
But I think we see this all the time. Like the most
But the new frame is that it's not even red pill anymore. It's just a generic men's self-improvement. Now they
Oh.
just talk about
Now what do they
having,
think?
I think having a good body, having muscles, like more plates doesn't mean more dates, but it is a disqualifier. The disqualifier if you have a bad body, if you don't care about your health. It's a signal now. Just mating signal. Like, what are you trying to tell the world? It's like your body is stealing from anti.
But there could be a very competent guy who has a huge beer belly, but he's funny and charismatic. Right?
Can be, but you need to know that kids imitate. So next time, when we have kids, if you have a beer belly, there's a chance that my kids will pick up your habits that cause him to have beer belly.
So you
Alcoholic
stay
at
away
8.
from this guy.
Yeah. So it's more of a signal. What my bloodline or what my genetics, if I go with you, will probably look like. And of course, there's complexities. Like some of us, we don't become a parent anymore because with social media, with online information,
That's true.
that is not like it used to be, I guess. But nowadays, I think we can branch out quite a lot from it.
I think largely love cannot be reasoned with, though.
Reason with.
Yeah, I
But
don't think
attraction doesn't equate to love.
Oh, like we're talking about just plain, generally, what attracts women? Like, what, lustfully or?
I guess attraction is just you find someone attractive. It's less of a.
Oh,
Okay, first, how do you even define love?
right.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Because some argue it's the act of love, which is
Love is the what?
you
The feeling
choose
is
to
the
love.
fruit of love, the verb.
Like love is just being like you want to serve that person so much that even if it's not a mutually beneficial relationship, you'll still invest the work and time into it. Like
True.
someone got into a car accident, become Tauta. But
Yeah.
you still love her.
I'd still fuck her, man. Sorry. But attraction, I'll rank it like based on the girls I've asked. Why would I ask this? I don't know. They would say that what comes first is how someone carries themselves. Now there's so many fucking factors to that. Like, you can only optimize it with posture, right? You don't want to walk like a. Yeah, I'm sitting like this now. You don't want to walk like a fucking chicken nugget.
Stand up straight with you.
Yeah.
Rule 1.
So how you carry yourself, like, I think sincerity, like, it definitely reflects a lot of things. Like, there's a big difference between, like, me saying, "Oh, I like you, man," and like me genuine.
Sorry, that was sincere.
I'm grateful for the gays.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, there's huge difference
Yeah.
in speech when you are sincere and when you aren't. I think that's one of the very, very significant factors of how you carry yourself. Then posture, definitely important. When you walk into a room, like, posture is the first thing they see, your frame. So, and I think why physique is so important is because of your frame and also the fashion. Anything slides nicely on you. You can wear ragged clothes and you look like you're a model if you're jacked. But if you aren't jacked and you wear ragged clothes, you look like you're homeless, right? It's like a dichotomy type. Yeah, what else?
So
Definitely.
is the baseline, your frame baseline, then that you add on accessories to like clothing, posture,
I guess
like, make
so.
sure it's actually like looks the part.
But then secondly, they want to paint a story. And when they paint a story, like, they can't paint a story with someone who looks like Jabba the Hutt. Right? They want to paint a story in their heads. So that's why you gotta clear your face. Your smile has to be acceptable. You can't look like you can't look like you haven't brushed your teeth for decades.
Like where do people look when they look at you?
Yeah, right.
They don't look okay. We look at their eyes. Yes.
Yeah. I think you just paint the story of who you are through your
Personal
presentation.
branding.
Yeah, I think that's the most important.
In any case, we are telling stories to everyone around us. So all these accessories, how we look, how jacked we are, they're all just stories.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you go to a sales meeting, you see the salesperson trying to sell you something, one that looks fat and untidy, and another look jacked. You will naturally put trust because you tell yourself a story, because they also try to tell you a story.
But that's considering all the other traits are exactly equal. Like if you are comparing only one trait.
I mean, first impression is very important. So that kind of will sway how you even
That's the
perceive
tone, the expectation
Yeah.
for future.
like
The
once
good
you,
physique guy could smell bad too. I don't know.
but you
Yeah.
probably make up an excuse if both of them smell bad. That the worst looking guy could be just naturally smelly.
Yeah, or the guy trying to buy the product could be like he could be egotistically, he could be ego activated, ego triggered by
Narcissist.
that guy being so jacked. I don't like good looking men. I'll talk to this guy so I don't feel like my ability to attract women is threatened by this absolute hunk of a man. I want to lick it. Yeah. There's so many factors anyway. But yeah, I would say that generally, I'd rather talk to someone who seems more competent and has self-respect, right?
What is your concept of magnets? How do magnets work on attractiveness?
So there's a North Pole and a South Pole. And what you want to do when you magnetize something is you kind of want to stroke it with another magnet
At 8 a.m. in the morning.
in circular rotation towards the North Pole, then it becomes a magnet.
The electromagnet.
Electromagnet.
So working out is maybe magnetizing yourself. Working out
Wait,
in
what
any
do you mean
sense.
by magnets?
Attraction. So South Pole will attract North Pole, and then the opposites attract.
Do you think someone that work out will more likely attract a partner that prioritize health? Or does
I don't know.
The action versus the personality.
Like attract someone where? Like on the street, on dating apps, or in a school or in an office. Like these all fucking matter.
It's a question of concept of polarization. So like if you lean more towards, let's say, masculine, then you work out, you look more jacked, like you look like you have a work ethic, discipline, all that stuff. Then you will attract someone who is naturally more feminine.
But what is the magnitude of the attraction? Do we want, like, is it just first impression, walking on the street, attracted to me? Or is it like we spend time together, friends, whatever, oh, I find this person particularly attractive, can be a potential mate? Like, what is the magnitude?
So what do you want even in life? Like if you want a partner, then it's maybe just being yourself, like to the maximum, maybe. Whether no matter how masculine or how feminine, because we have both. Just grow the one to the point where the other person, maybe the one question also I'll ask you later.
What is this? But I don't even understand the whole. Like I don't understand what you're asking. How do I make my?
Do you believe that
trait
magnet, like this metaphor of magnets, does it apply to attraction?
I don't think I've heard that before. Metaphor of magnets. Wait, I understand what you mean. Like, fuck. The higher. Wait, I'll just confirm you. The more magnitude of masculinity and the higher magnitude of.
Polarization.
That's what I mean. I definitely used to believe in it. Now I don't know anymore. Because I haven't noticed any patterns that keep this consistent.
Also, there's no absolutes for you to reinforce that statement. It's an ideal. It's a bit like religion. That's why it's a spiritual book. Like if you're talking about the way of the superior man, it's a spiritual book at the end of the day. It's what you get out of it, how you perceive stuff, how you digest the information and reinforce back onto your past experiences, how you apply it to your future. So there's no absolutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
there are frames of reference. Frames of reference to.
Okay. I don't know. I really don't know. And there's also more things to consider. Like a feminine guy is more likely to make friends with a feminine girl, and that also gives them like the chance to develop something else. Like
I guess all those anime harem anime, the guy is acting like a complete wimp, but somehow attracting feminine women is opposite. In real life, you attract masculine women. Let's say if you're a feminine guy.
I've seen feminine men and feminine women as well, but of course I don't know them entirely. I don't even know how to quantify.
There are like
everything.
50-50 people also.
Are there like sexual attraction? We also can't tell. Don't go
Yeah,
around
true,
surveying.
true.
Are
But
you
I know
wet?
feminine men who have feminine girlfriends also, and I also know
But what
masculine
if
men who have
the
masculine.
feminine girlfriend that you think is
Yeah,
just a
that's why.
masculine
How are
woman?
we even gonna begin
Yeah, we
discussing this?
cannot
This is
measure the
impossible.
I mean, the main idea is when it comes down to the act, then it's someone definitely has to take charge.
primal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all.
I mean, then you can day-to-day life, like living with each other, maybe being more feminine, agreeable, or can help you get together along better.
Who wears the pants in the household?
Hopefully, both of us or none of us.
Or
None of-
one person wear the pants, the other one chooses the cut, the length, everything else. That is now the modern
Yeah.
the guy.
I think a feminine woman will naturally bring out the masculinity in someone in certain situations. That's my personal
Oh,
belief.
that's I can see that.
Then masculine woman that can still act as a feminine woman act to perceive to get more, because masculine doesn't mean that you have to act masculine. It could just be like you have ideals, you have like strong character beliefs that you know how to use that to ground yourself, to ground the relationship, the direction.
Oh,
So you can still be on the surface very feminine, 撒娇, you know, but you use it for your own direction, your own goals.
Do you believe
Yeah.
you're masculine?
I don't know.
I
Oh,
don't
no.
think so. I think it's the most feminine.
Are you a femboy?
I think I'm a fanboy.
Oh no.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't even know what accentuates masculinity and femininity anymore. So
Do you
everything is
want
so
to
blurred.
be masculine?
I don't care.
Don't care.
Okay,
Yeah.
then do you care about Brad Cooper?
Oh my god, Brad Cooper is so bad. Sorry.
What about her is attractive to you?
Wait, who's Brad Cooper?
Her wittiness, intelligence. I love that shit.
Is it the...
He's the
Comment section.
Oh, okay.
hey guys, I'm Brad Cooper. Welcome back to the comment section. Yeah.
She looked like the other guy.
Yeah, she look like Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, she looked like
Yeah, she does look like Ben Shapiro. She's also as annoying as Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is so annoying. Like, how could anyone be his friend, bro? Just you want to get a cup of coffee? See the problem with the cup of coffee is right. Like, in the economy, you want to spend fucking $5 daily on a fucking cup of coffee. Like that's like what 5 times 30. That's like what $600 a month. Are you fucking retarded? Like what? It's $150 a month. I made that math wrong. Yeah, Ben Shapiro's fucking.
About Brad Cooper.
Brad Cooper is not that annoying.
Wittiness, intelligence.
Yeah, honestly, that's about it.
What are the traits?
I think those are most attractive traits. Yeah,
And what else are you looking for in a partner, maybe?
I don't know anymore.
Do
Oh,
you-
yeah, are you single, by the way, for the record?
I'm single.
Oh.
For all you men out there,
Oh.
yeah. Shit.
Do you know what you want?
I don't. I stopped having ideals after I saw a lot of flaws in. Can we talk about like relationship stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we have, do you guys? What's that? Have you guys read The Compound Effect?
I have not, but is the idea just compounding?
I got the physical book, but I haven't.
Oh,
read
you
it.
have the book.
Yeah.
Okay, there's this one. I think The Compound Effect. Oh, I'm not misquoting here. There's this one chapter where it talks about he's basically manifesting here. He says that you should write about your ideal woman, your ideal woman, right? And then you want to have a checklist. You want to describe her to the detail, to the T, right? He writes how she looks like, what her name is, all this, and he says that he manifested that and got the girlfriend. Then I thought that was like okay, I have to do this then. I spent like 3 hours making a entire fucking profiling my perfect woman. Her name's Helen. Right? I profiled her perfectly. Everything. I even have a picture for reference. That's how retarded I went. But then, and then as I got into relationships, I realized that, you set up this checklist, and if you constantly compare whoever you're with, whoever you're speaking to this checklist, it's like you're not even connecting with the person anymore. It takes away so much of that genuine connection because you're just sitting there constantly being skeptical. Are you my perfect woman? no, you're not, then you must not be for me. Like we forget that it's a connection of people, not a expression of my ideals. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that has to go, definitely.
But do you believe that like everyone has not everyone is imperfect, so everyone has a but. With every friend, you look at someone like he may look great, but there's always a but.
May look great, Cal.
May look great, backhanded
But
compliment. His butt is too big.
Yeah.
So
the
there's always a
question?
but with everyone. So you have to sort of accept that imperfection, even with ideals.
I just think that the ideal shouldn't be there.
Oh, so they should.
Yeah, in my opinion.
So you disregarded ideals.
Yeah, I just want to connect
And
with
how has life been since you
but there
decided?
must be
nothing.
certain criteria, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. You
Please
can't
don't be
abandon criteria, but
yeah, holy crap.
ideals we can.
Don't look like the Grinch. Thanks. Yeah.
All green people.
Yeah, I
sorry.
mean, definitely. I think okay, then maybe
Physical
not ideals,
attraction.
but like what you won't settle for.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's not something
Standards.
that we
Red
need to
flags.
fucking keep in our mind all the
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
right? It's not like she better not look like the Grinch, she better not look like Grinch. She looks like the Grinch.
It's just standards,
Yeah.
having standards.
Yeah, standards are. I think that's the best way to operate, and just focus on speaking to people and genuinely trying to connect with them. We always like communicate with people with just one layer in front of us.
Walls.
Like, that's only slightly different to us, but because of that, we feel so distant to the other person.
My hypothesis is people don't think anymore. People don't self-discover. They don't know what they want. So they cannot get into genuine conversations, cannot have the genuine connection, because since you don't really fully know yourself, in a genuine conversation, you don't know what to avoid and what to want. Because if you really know what you want, like the characters, the values, through a genuine conversation with a girl, you will naturally just find out like whether someone is right for you without even thinking about all these ideals.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of, do I know like if I want my girl to be, let's say, respectful to elderly, then through just knowing someone, telling each other stories, making jokes, you can kind of tell what kind of person she is without even consciously
Yeah.
knowing.
So you know yourself, know who you want. It's like the Sun Tzu quote. What? I know. Yeah.
Know your enemy.
Yeah. Know your enemy, and then
Something.
enemy the Grinch maybe.
Whoa.
The cringe.
So you know what you don't want, and then the ideals are just like a frame of reference, like the top, then at the bottom. You don't need to hold it in conscious thought. Maybe.
I don't think people in the past did much self-discovery though. They had way too many responsibilities. I think they just, yeah, precisely. They had too many responsibilities for that they just understood that when they talk to people, it's just for connection. We have too much time to think about all this nonsense.
We have too much access to information
Right.
on the internet.
Too many perspectives. Honestly, we had never had the time to develop our own.
Should we detox from them?
I would say so, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would say so. Like, just try your best to pull away from it. But it's a bit hard, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if your friend sends you a reel, he's just trying to connect with you, man, and then you just don't reply.
That's the only way he knows how to connect.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he connects in other ways, he's just sending for fun, but I mean, it's hard to resist. Like, your friend sends you like 50 reels, you just kind of of autistic people, you know. That's what people send me, because I send them that back. If you look at my reels, it's like millions of autistic people, black men dancing, obese people, fat positivity. Because
Do you believe in fat positivity?
hell no, you guys are gonna die, man. Stop.
You were skinny fat last time, or were you fat?
I was definitely fat.
In
Like,
primary school, right?
yeah, I was like 117 kg and
Whoa.
1.7, 1.8. Yeah, pretty fat. Not as fat as you.
Ouch.
You were
That
like
was disgusting.
And
were
how
the
would you say that
chungus.
affected you as you grew up?
I definitely, as I grew, I painted like a whole narrative that, I hated my past self and therefore I have all these regrets. But then it's really just, I'm just a child, man.
Yeah.
Like, who really cares? Then?
Everyone, there are no adults.
But yeah, I mean, I painted so many stories of how, like, people would hate me and avoid me because I'm fat. I was lonely because I was fat. But then that's just to give myself a story already.
It became an excuse.
I think it definitely plays quite a huge part to it, but for the most part, it's because I spent too much time on my phone. I didn't see the importance in connecting with people. I think that was the biggest factor. It's not just because I'm fat, but definitely, if I wasn't fat, I'll probably have way more self-respect and shit to go and chase
And
opportunities.
bitches.
What I
Yeah.
hear is perhaps your own perception of yourself is equate to lack of character, lack of courage,
Yeah,
which reinforces your social interaction.
correct.
So like, just because you're fat means that you don't have courage. If you don't have courage, means you cannot go out and talk to people in
Absolutely.
that sense.
Correct.
Because that's my experience too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people out there now struggling. Actually, it's just lack of the character, or
And
at
courage.
least it's perceived character. Sometimes you just have to believe in
Correct.
yourself.
Absolutely. Do you think confidence can be faked?
Can be fabricated but not fake. Can create it out of nothing, but
Damn.
you still have to do something to get.
Breaking the laws of physics. Okay, sorry.
Whoa. Antimatter.
You have to dedicate something in.
So it has to be built off a basis of self-investment. But do you think someone can delude themselves into not fragile robust confidence? Like if he just, I don't know, he somehow convinced himself that I don't know, he just, I'm so confident.
He's that man.
Yeah. Do you think someone can do that?
What you believe will affect your actions,
Hmm.
and then that will affect your outcome. So
But if
it stems
he's
from-
conscientious, he would observe the external factors and consider that he perhaps does not deserve the confidence he has. But
that's if he has the conscience.
yeah, so is it a gift that someone is less mindful of their actions?
Deluded.
Like, I'm that. Like, I could look
You're
in the
him.
mirror right now and think, I have doubts, and convince myself I have doubts.
Affirmations.
And from now on, I will be a huge frame motherfucker with doubts. But I can't do that because I'm way too conscientious for this world. I look in the mirror and I just see two fucking sloping hills.
Do you believe that you have positive self-talk, or is your internal
I
critic
really-
just
Oh,
running
wow,
rampant?
I don't know, man. Do you have positive self-thought? How does it work?
I suppose it is just because thinking habits, just slowly rewiring when you look in the mirror, like what you say about yourself. Because our eyes are generally drawn to what stands out or what we are looking to see. So if we have this belief in our head that, oh, I know that I have this insecurity that, I don't know, my eyebrows are uneven, then I look in the mirror, I'll just,
Okay,
the
it's
first
covered
thing
up.
my eyes will go to, just my eyes, my eyebrows.
That's true. Selective perception.
Selective perception.
Yeah.
And you will only see what you're aiming at, in a sense.
It's also the systems in place that keeps you from doing the same thing.
Mm.
Like if you have supportive people around you, the supportive tribe, they'll point out your like shortcomings, but not in a way whereby you cannot do anything about it. So I think
But you still have your own internal critic, like besides that.
I think there's also a way to not keep doing not doing the way of like self-critique that you used to do with like a shift in maybe environment. If you do something you like, live in a house that inspires you, good function and everything, maybe there's a less chance of you falling back into the habit.
It's all the state that will affect your story.
I think with a good environment, someone could also dip the other way as well. Because he could create his own problems because he lacks purpose. Right.
But maybe the environment is just not. It's good objectively, but not for him.
I mean, you could say that. But then someone who lacks he lacks purpose and suffering, he'll go and manifest that himself by his own shortcomings.
A lot of
just
people
won't
does it.
stop.
But that's if he was exposed to certain ideas with access to the internet. Because
I guess so.
it's all like positive self-talk. That's language, right? So if you don't even have the access to negative words, like,
Whoa,
I don't
that's
like
true.
shit, then maybe
Our parents raised us wrong.
Yeah, exactly. They use some
Don't talk to me in bad
horrifying
words. Yeah.
using what affirming words. But maybe you don't look in the mirror and like tell yourself.
So maybe you
repeat
should just
stuff
start
like
a parents' hate club. Why? Why do you ruin our life?
Respond to hate with hate. Fight fire with fire.
Yeah. It's so hard to maintain good mental health because everything you just consider as, oh, I'm just coping. When if you tell yourself the same thing every day, affirmation type shit, because I'm just coping. But honestly, you just need very robust coping mechanisms that you believe that is not going to be fragile when it comes down to it.
Support system.
Yeah.
Fall back on.
And when you find that, that's amazing. I haven't found that. I'm only 20 years old. I have no idea how to hold on to. I think, but of course it's normal that we all have like dips now and then, right? I hope you guys are human too.
Oh, I hope.
I have a lot of dips.
Yeah.
A lot of ruts.
Yeah, dips definitely come often. And we always try to hold on to our mental health. Oh, I meditated for this. Why the fuck do I still feel retarded? But it's like it's all. Is it hormonal that we have these dips? Like, am I just on my period?
Is it normal to have emotions as guys or as a person?
Oh my god.
Is it normal?
What I heard is like more intense you feel like during the high times. More intense the emotion you feel when you're in a deep also.
How come? Why does that even translate?
Kind of like equilibrium in the world, the yin and yang. Everything's there's a equal and opposite reaction.
Antimatter and matter.
Like dopamine also rise, also crashes. Everything kind of works this way. It's like more of the causality equation. Cause and effect. But because of that, do we want a world whereby everything is about the same, about equal, or do we want ups and downs?
In a perfect world where everyone is the same, just uniform one collective mind, maybe.
Is it boring
That's
or
terrifying. Don't be in my mind.
Get out of my mind. So you want the walls to be put up, psychological barriers between people?
Wait, what do I have? Do I want people to have a hive mind?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. That would make things so much less beautiful, right? Everything's less complicated. Fuck that. I want to live a complicated connection.
So Elon Musk project on the
the neural chip.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk type.
They already got 2 human brains being implanted with that.
Dude, I'm about to give them all the Chinese malware they can ever ask for. They're gonna have 6 different Trojans. Do you think you can? Oh my god, that thing is so. I don't know anything about that though.
The Neuralink.
Yeah, but it sounds pretty cool.
You can look at anything as a blessing or a curse, right?
Yeah.
There are walls between each being, that sort of thing. So maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. You're just applying
Definitely
a label
good
to
for
it.
me.
Right?
I think with a little bit of it can be good. But if you go too far, there's always going to be consequences.
We go too far in terms.
I think now they have studies or like the second trial, they got a lot of data. So it's like you have a chip in your brain that help you process information. So you look at something, maybe instead of listening to a 2-hour podcast, you can process the 2-hour podcast by scanning the transcript.
That's pretty badass.
And get the same amount of value out of it.
Download the data set.
Yeah, download
There's
the
way
data.
too many constraints and things I'm afraid of. Like, what if I'm absolutely pounding my girlfriend and then an ad pops up?
Why would that be an ad?
Spotify Premium.
Pay your fucking bills. And then just an ad. Mobile Legends, bang bang. And then I'm trying to,
bang bang.
Yeah, I'm trying to bang bang. Quite literally. I mean, the whole Neuralink thing, I ain't allowing it in my ass. Unless, like, I don't know, everybody has it already.
What if everyone secretly has it?
Except me.
Oh.
I'm in a simulation. That would be pretty sad. Well, that means I'm able to keep our robots though.
Are you keeping up, or are we programming you, making you feel that way?
That's true. Oh well.
Let's take a step back. Go to your YouTube channel. What do you mean by, after the great filter, we will take fat dumps of liquid diarrhea on top of all their foreheads. It will be magnificent.
Oh my god, that's such an old video. How the fuck?
What do you mean by that?
Okay, wait, that's last time with the assumption of the fucking social hierarchy shit. Assuming that someone who is competent is better than someone who doesn't have the competence. What I meant by that is I'm going to pull down my pants, eat a shit ton of eggs, eat spice, and then I'm just gonna shit on their face. The great filter is the compound effect, where people with slightly different choices, maybe someone chooses to yank their womb every day while I choose to connect with people. So eventually I can have someone else yank my womb. See, these are two different types of people who will end up in complete different locations in a few years. Yeah. And when I'm there and they're there, boom,
There'll be
seagull.
more, what do you call
Liquid
it?
diarrhea.
But
Airtime. Yes.
don't you think if you
Yeah.
are there, you probably even remember there's a there? Because you're in a different
Yeah,
environment.
but I
different.
probably hold on to way too much hatred to forget that there's a there,
And what if
which makes me there as well.
what if holding on makes you
Yeah. See?
is the cause of the tips?
What if you are both at the same time?
How would that even look like? Then I guess I'll shit on myself.
That's the conclusion I was looking.
Do you still believe in the social hierarchy? Competence equates to status.
Competence. Wait, I don't know about competence equates to status, because someone could be very competent in plumbing, but nobody can talk about him.
Contextual, in that case.
Yeah, contextual environments. And then I always wanted to be like, if I make these choices, if I make the right choices, if I develop myself in the right ways, eventually I'll be admired by people who I see who are doing the wrong thing, who I deem are doing the wrong thing. Because I think it comes from scarcity of options. I hate the feeling that I don't have enough options of people to turn to. I hate feeling alone, even though I'm sitting in a room full of people. But those problems were never solved with looks or status. They're solved with connecting with people. But I thought that if I had all the status, all the looks, all the money in the world, that would give me infinite options, right? To meet these people. But the answer is just to connect with people now and then find out what I want to do later. Yeah. So I don't know about the whole social hierarchy things. I definitely do think it definitely does give you more options if you're more competent in whatever environment you're in. And I think competence is peak importance. You need to have your confidence really, really up there for all the options in the world to be able to carry someone else's weight. That's absolutely amazing. And it also gives you so much more ability to serve another person. That's pretty cool.
Apparently, I read that the hormone serotonin comes from both sides of the one being served and the one serving. And it's a sense of like pride. If you help someone, like let's say someone just won an award, and I thank my parents, I thank my coach will feel proud. The person on the stage will feel proud also. And both will produce serotonin. So in that sense, humans, one of the core psychological needs is the feeling of importance. You want to feel valued. And being
Definitely.
competent does play into that. Because if you're not competent, you are of not a lot of value. And you don't have a lot of value, how do you generate all this bonding, all this serotonin production? And we won't feel that same amount of like love. That's why you can't connect when you're in a room full of people.
And
Because
then you lose your sense of belonging as well.
You are too into competence without using competence into this whole equation. Just
That's true.
extract
That's
it
true.
out.
That's true. Yeah, I would say that as well.
So trying too hard to be tough. Because if you're too competent, you'll alienate people. So the connection part will also be. So if you're too proud, maybe. So you need to humble yourself and then like
No, I think
break down the
then
barriers.
that one I would argue is the other person's problem.
The other person problem.
Because they see you as so unattainable because you're this mass of competence. But that I don't think that happens because there's so many different like contexts and shit. Like I could be super competent here, but the person, like, I can't cook steak, but he can cook steak really well. Then we can, I don't know, we can still connect. I think everybody can connect. I think it's fun.
Lady in a tramp over steak.
Yeah. But if in that certain environment, that guy is considering too many factors, he finds, he takes too much, he finds competitiveness too important, then he will see me as a threat. And then he'll have this deep mistrust for me because I'm more competent than him,
Mm.
then that wouldn't work out. But that's his problem.
I
None of
can't
mine.
fake humble because you're insecure. So the guy's
Yeah,
insecure.
I guess
then-
so. Yeah, so I wouldn't say that does much.
But all these things, because they are in our heads, so they are psychological barriers that we are constructing. They're still like baseline. Like if everyone is a hive mind, that's why there will be no barriers at all. There'll be
Oh,
true connection, maybe. But if we, but right
Fuck
now we
that.
have some base levels of barriers.
there's not connection anymore
When I
because
get-
it's one entity. Right.
Homogeneous glob.
Yeah, it's like a oh fuck. The prop didn't work.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm. So what even was the catalyst for you to start trying to improve yourself, raise your competence?
Lack of opportunity. I think we all have the same fucking idea here because we grew up. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I self ostracized because I lacked the courage to go up and connect with people. And I can blame it that they didn't make it easy for me.
how did you self-ostracize? Do you have like
Or
no
just-
friends? Do you have like small group or
Depends on which part of my life.
coping? Okay.
I think how it started was, I don't know. It's definitely so in secondary school, I graduated from that place. Like the day of the graduation, I just walked out alone. I ran out of school because I was too afraid to stay and find out that nobody wants to take pictures with me, which is probably the case. I'm not gonna lie. But in secondary 1 and secondary 2, I was very bubbly and all that. Fresh start, having the time of my life. I had huge amounts of friends. That sounds like I'm quantifying people.
Number, yes, but qualitative also, yes.
Yeah, 1 million Sims in the city. And then, like, I think Sec 3, and then I just hit a humongous dump. But I think I created that for myself, like,
How?
because I lacked drama, I lacked, like, my actions felt insignificant, right? And I watch all these TV shows and shit, and everybody's choices mattered. But I felt that I was just walking in circles. Every day is the same. I go and study something I don't know. I mean, I don't care about. Then after that, I play it on my phone for the next 8 hours, critical ops. Everything felt so insignificant. So I decided to just create a problem for myself. I'm just going to pull away. These people are beneath me anyway. They just live their mindless lives. But then I think it became something. I just reasoned with my cynicism like
you
that.
double down in
Yeah,
it. 'Cause
double down.
you have to
triple.
avoid feeling that you are not important. So you just
Yeah.
double down to think that
Yeah, definitely.
no one is important anyway.
Yep, correct.
Wow.
So all the way out.
But the Sec 4 grad walking out, that sounds very,
I mean,
I would say traumatic. Like,
at that time, I thought it was my choice that I was alone. Toast this.
Your body, your choice.
Of course. If I want to be fat, it's going to stop me.
but will you want to redo that day and like give yourself the advice?
I don't know. I have fantasized a lot, like, oh, one day when I have my secondary school reunion, they'll see how great I am. Like, I fantasize about that all the time. But I know that that's just the whole letting your past live vicariously through you.
Chris Williamson, I think he mentioned this, like the best way to, I think he quoted someone, best way to like revenge for people that you want to get better than them is not even think about them at all. You forgive them, forgive yourself, so that
I guess so.
from there, if they don't even matter in your life, you're just living your own life. That's the biggest win you can get.
I mean, I would still want to connect with them, low key.
Connect with.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to connect anybody at this point.
Connect as in social connection or just meet them.
I don't think it can capture from the reflection.
All good.
We'll
We have
put
many
it up.
angles.
Pull up the no bitches. Josiah, pull up the no bitches.
Okay, editing Josiah. Hard at work.
Yeah. What was your question again? Oh yeah, you're talking about the Chris Williamson thing.
The best response to hate is love? Question mark.
your secondary school.
But I don't even think they
Focusness?
hated me or anything like that. It was just part of the game.
You conceived it in your mind.
Yeah, definitely.
So it stemmed from a dissatisfaction you had
Yeah.
that you constructed yourself.
Yeah, I think most things are like that actually.
But it was the first domino, then everything else.
Yeah.
The vicious cycle.
I remember how I started going gym though. Before this, I had like a 3-week gym session in the stadium there, at the Bio Stadium. But then, this is how I started. So I liked this girl in JC first year. And then the year came to an end and I realized that I always settled for enough. Like, I thought JC would be like, okay, I'm here. New environment, new people.
New
time
me.
to redeem my failures. So I went in. I was so enthusiastic because people were new. Fuck, I saw my people from my school. But yeah, aside from them, push them away. I thought everything was new. I was in orientation. There were girls and guys to speak to.
The great reset.
Dude, it's time. But then I fucking just powered so quickly. Like, just realizing how much courage it takes to always be open with people, always be conscientious. It's just daunting.
The gap. You see the gap
Yeah,
between
the
who
gap
you
is
think you can
daunting.
be and who you are currently.
I guess so. I don't know. I just had a huge slump and loss of courage to the point where I gave out on everything. Like, everything just dipped. I don't know why. I don't remember anymore. But anyways, near the end of the year, November something, I knew the girl from orientation. And then on that date, I confessed to her over text.
Ooh.
And then I'm like, this is the day I changed my life. I'm just going to do something that I was afraid to do. I know I'm going to fail, but then I'll go to the gym because that changes everything. Right? So, yeah, that was the day. I remember I was skipping rope downstairs. I left the text, put down phone, skip rope. Don't touch my fucking phone for the next 30 minutes. And then I just walked around. Eventually, I got absolutely rejected. It was beautiful. And then from then on, 6 days a week, gym. I'm telling you, it went so hard. I went to the gym 6 days a week for like 1.5 years straight. It was amazing. Yeah, that's about it.
You do a very, very hard thing.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Yeah. To kind
To
of
enable you to be able to.
yeah, jumpstart the self-investment.
I see.
You created your own backstory.
Yeah, exactly that. That was what a lot of people. I mean, that is what a lot of people need. They need that crazy self-investment that pull yourself into the fear type shit to get things.
Jump into the deep end.
Yeah.
You were very resourceful in the sense mentally because you had the.
Exactly. I don't know how it was.
I mean, you also like the kind of like anime or those character arcs.
It could have been just like an autistic spasm. I need
It
to
could
create
be,
my
but
own
it's-
story.
You use what you have.
Hey, I like you. No, I didn't say that. Okay.
You use what you have, lah.
Yeah.
Back then, you needed that to kickstart everything.
Definitely.
And look at where you are now today.
I don't even know if I changed. But
Really?
I think the object in motion got shifted.
yeah.
Or you put
higher.
yourself in such like now you have all these opportunities of growth,
True.
meeting cool people, having
True.
new life
Like
experiences.
kel and Josiah. Subscribe to Worthless Wisdom for more.
Yeah, I literally just say that to fish compliments from him.
They're smart. Sun Tzu, fish compliments from Vernon, a better place. Okay, anyways.
Love.
What were we saying again? The resourceful. I like that line. What do you say? Yeah, a lot of mental.
Like you're able to use what you have, basically. You knew that at that point, crafting your backstory through that way was the way
Yeah.
that you kind of know,
Subconsciously.
yeah, I have to do this.
Yeah.
This is the way out.
There was a call to action, and then you
Yes,
took the action.
correct. I needed things to change. And I don't know why I needed things to change. Like, it just felt like I have to do it. If not, nothing will matter. I'll just be another. I didn't want to. I don't know. I think the conscientiousness definitely came from responsibility. Like, I look at my little sister. She had like a little thing. You don't need to know it, but she had like something going on. It was like a big event, surgery.
Mm.
And then I think that kind of triggered my conscientiousness. I have to be competent because if my parents weren't here, will I be able to take care of my sister? Then I also wanted to take care of my mom. I made so many broken promises to people in the past. I'm going to buy you this house when I grow up.
Mm.
I'm still playing Critical Ops at 18 years old. Yeah, so I think all of that came into that one moment. I say that like it's a very special moment, but all I did was send a text. But yeah, it was special to me.
So
And
you're
then I did that.
like Batman, you realize I need contingency plans if my entire family like.
Yeah, I'm Batman.
Responsibility. You mature lah.
Yeah, I think responsibilities are the most fucking... Responsibilities links to everything. Responsibilities helps you connect with people. And
Yeah.
it's what makes you want to connect with people as well. Responsibilities gives you purpose, helps you self-invest. I think without responsibilities is exactly why so many teenagers are taking their own lives.
What's the definition of responsibility?
Um,
Responsibility.
Something that you cannot let yourself get away with not doing. Yeah, I would say that.
So moral obligation, you should do it.
I guess so. Yeah.
Duty.
Yeah.
I mean, duty stems from being in a tribe, we are all tribal creatures, being social. So
Yeah, that's true. I think all duty, why I say all duty? All responsibility
it's a social
stems from
construct.
interpersonal
Yeah,
relations.
It's like one of the episode I mentioned, because I listened to an audiobook, Courage to be Disliked, that a philosopher conversation with someone. Did you?
My bag, I got the book with me.
Oh, is it? One of the
Oh.
statement is all problems are interpersonal problems.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
In that
common
sense, if the world only has you in it, you won't have all these problems.
line. True?
I didn't understand it, but I keep just holding it in my mind. Actually makes a lot of sense.
Mm.
So like if you really engineer it around, reverse, look at it through a different lens, just focus on social, focus on love, focus on interpersonal relationship, a lot of your problems can just slowly just dissipate, or the importance of it just becomes less and less. You won't even care about it.
Mm.
What are the core books that form your worldview or philosophy? Let's
Oh,
say?
that's a good question. And I don't know the answer to that. I would say it's actually the shows I've watched.
Mm.
I would say that. But then it's books that kind of reinforce certain ideas.
Stories.
Bueno Kata. Yeah. Stories, yes.
Stories.
Definitely. Stories and characters.
Films can only go so deep. Books can, especially with information also, like teach you how to apply it to your life and everything.
Correct. During the whole self-improvement stage, it was just like I completely forgot about that. I thought if I read this amount of books and did all that, then things would change.
The self-improvement artist.
Yeah, self-improvement artist.
Been there, done that.
Just another phase of the same amount of loneliness. Channel into a different. Arguably, it's better,
Mm.
but you still rob yourself from so many connections.
The right practice, wrong intention.
Yeah.
Because I also realized that last time I always thought, oh, I'm reading and you're not. Cool.
Yeah.
But now I realize reading, I'm just equipping myself to be more competent, to have more value so I can provide for you. I'm better than you.
Yeah.
So it's a success over superior. I don't want to be superior over all of you, but I want
Yeah,
to be
and
the
that
most
guy,
competent.
and
to
the
serve
guy you
best.
think you're trying to do better than is probably looking for other endeavors that he can
Yeah.
do to serve the
Yeah.
common community as well. It's
Everyone
just beautiful.
offers a different thing.
You versus the guy she told you not to worry about. I mean, knowledge is power. So like you're just raising your own power when
What you
reading.
use with the power.
Yeah, it's what you do with the power.
intention.
Of course, there will always be people who are constantly thinking, "Oh, I have to be better than you," and then you can hold on to that paranoia, like, "Oh, this guy's thinking he's better than me. Hell no, I'm gonna."
But if you don't have that thought yourself, you wouldn't care about
Exactly.
the attraction.
Selective
Law of
perception. Who gives a shit?
The-
Little insecure.
The competitive mind is not the creative mind.
Very, 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 very true.
Mm.
So sometimes I post on social media or whatever. The old part of me is like, oh, am I superior than this guy? And will these people think that, oh, they'll get insecure and start to criticize? And I realize that
Who the hell cares?
If I let go of that
Oh.
viewpoint of myself, no matter what other people think of me, doesn't matter.
Mm,
Like
that's
actually, those that get insecure, those that project, that's their issue. They have to deal with that themselves. If I don't
Mhm.
care about them, if I don't care about that part of my own inner voice, the own self-critique, then actually nothing can. You're just doing something. The
Mm,
objective truth is you're just putting out content or you're just posting a picture on Instagram.
mm.
None of your survival is threatened.
That's true. We create too much narratives on that.
Way too much.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I want to ask you about your sister.
Oh, what do you want to know?
I mean,
This is a
okay, like
sensitive subject.
as I watch your content, I can see parallels between yourself and myself, language. Because I also have a younger sister, and then
Okay.
I see the older brother sort of tendencies coming out of you,
The responsibility.
wanting to look out for protect
Okay.
the protector.
Yeah. What's the question?
What will you say that, like, what about your sister has helped you has like pushed you forward, like inspire you to even want to change
She's
yourself?
probably watching this right now.
Mm-hmm.
I hate you.
Hate.
What about my sister makes me want to?
Yeah. Why is she one of the core motivators in your life? You mentioned earlier, but also your sister getting hospitalized.
Oh, there's so many factors, man. I think there's so many things. Like there's guilt. In the past, when I was like, I think P6, P6, I ignored her for like a whole year and a half because I just couldn't understand a child. Then there's also I understand my parents can be very, very volatile. I love you guys.
Mm.
Then I'm so scared that she goes through the anxious attachment. You guys know about the stuff, right? I just really don't want anything to happen. It's not, I think I just fucking manifested a duty as we talked about multiple times. But definitely there has been a lot of evidence that kind of accumulate over time that give me that fucking heightened weight of importance that I have
Purpose.
to tank this. Yeah.
Do you see yourself as like a Tanjiro figure?
I only watched the first season. What's a Tanjiro figure like?
That's the older brother to a Nezuko, right? That's
I don't know what that means.
the older brother to the younger sister. Like he's basically doing everything to try to save her or whatever, right?
No, not like that. Because I think it's very important that I let her. Last time I would inject into her business so often because I'm so afraid. But I think the best thing for me to do is step back, like be honest, and then just watch what unfolds.
Let her be her own
Yeah.
person.
Be
She's
the
a
guidance
separate
instead of the
person.
dictator.
Yeah. I just want to always remind her that she's loved. I think that's very important. I think that's like fucking peak significance when it comes to helping someone else develop. You just want to leave your assistance at the door. If they don't take it, they don't.
Offer it.
Womp womp is their story.
Womp womp.
Yeah. So I'm just that's my goal, and I think it's the best option, but I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't think you need to. I think no matter how weak someone may be or like perceive as, they will always find a way out themselves. If you offer your value
But
without
if I'm never offering my
imposing-
assistance, then then the whole community crumbles. Then, like, I have to let her know that that's pinnacle of care, right? You just let them know that your assistance is always available. Yeah. I don't think that should, like, if you care about someone, you don't just leave them to their own business. It's there. You offer assistance, then you leave them to their own business.
If they reject, which is
Yeah.
their choice, allowing them to exercise their free will, but still having that all those duties you have in your head are good as motivators, so that you will always reach out a helping hand.
And it sucks to live in a world where you can't ask anyone for help.
And also when through imposing all this, through offering to help, in a way, I've been reading this book by Simon Sinek, Leaders Eat Last. It also talks about how we can only be accountable to people, not numbers. So in any case, but in this case, you can be accountable to your sister because you offered her for help. So now, in order to help her, you need to be someone better so that you can help. Need more
You
information.
make a promise and then you have to
deliver.
sort of.
So in a sense, you use it as a marker of progress. Mark your own progress through being accountable to wanting to help your sister. Like you cannot be someone immature, still playing critical ops, and be of great value to help your sister with anything.
Yeah. To what extent, like, do you think,
Which comes first?
when should you like interject in someone else's life? Like, when should you step in their face, go like, and force them out of a position? Like, how bad does it have to get?
I think it's not when, how.
Okay.
There's different ways, and do what. I would say, as you're equipping yourself with more experience and knowledge, it's just do what feels right in the moment, more intuitive. So you need to just get a good handle of yourself first. If you yourself you're not 100%, how can you offer anything? How do you know
What
what
if
you
I'm
offer?
99%? Can I offer anything?
Plus ultra.
I guess when you're 99%, I don't get it. I think different generation.
Unique humor.
99% you might be, but they will need to ask for your help and you need to give. Like 100% you're overflowing. You will need to help someone somewhere.
People will have the inner critic sort of stopping them from asking for help, right? Because they believe they're all alone, and then they will not, go out of the way to ask. So a lot of the time, people may be silently screaming for help, but they're not actually saying anything. So it's up to you to sort of gauge, care for them, like maybe have systems in place so you can check up on them.
Yep.
Then
Like,
you see.
Just ask them sometimes. Just ask. And be vulnerable yourself. We all are facing some sort.
Depends on the person. Yeah, that's why you have to look at the person because every person is special. Let's say.
Yeah, keyboard or like.
I have a keyboard at home. But what are, talking about love and promises, what are some promises you've made to loved ones?
Oh my god, what a question. Yeah, I mean, it's just the general same things. I always tell my aunts and my grandma that I'm gonna bring them for an adventure one day. I'll buy them this, buy them that. Just simple things like that.
Travel the world?
Yeah, I guess so. But I think the most important one I've always made, but this is more often to myself, is with my sister, and I would promise myself I need to get her out of this mess. Like, yeah, I need to pull her away so she has the freedom to build her own story, and she the places she ends up in, stupid. I mean, I can't go into this. This is not gonna work in the podcast because it's like I can't
no
explain
context.
context. Yeah. But yeah.
But in a general sense, do you think pulling her out of the mess is stripping her?
I want to give her a better environment so she can more.
What if she needs not a better environment to learn how to pull herself out?
That's why I don't know what she needs. I can only do what I really want to do. I mean, I can only chase my desires type beat. Yeah.
You're doing a good job. You're just focusing on yourself.
And your desires may include other people. If you set a good goal, it includes other people, raising other people up.
I think a good goal for me is always character. If you've got better character, you'll just influence the people around you. You can be the one that they trust to ask for help. Then you don't need to offer. You show them that you're capable.
Fair enough, yeah.
So you're already doing it. So
I mean, I'm not capable enough, but
I mean,
you had the goal of what?
If we are
being married by 21, right?
What the
What?
fuck? No, that's when
Really,
I'm
ah?
young.
Mm?
Yeah, it's a very naive.
Next year,
I got about
few months.
three. It's August, right? 3 months. I got 3 months.
Looking
get
for
married.
candidates.
Oh my god.
Does the ring fit the finger?
Yeah,
Minus
I always
aura.
thought that like in your 20s, your life will be figured out. But guess what, boys? I don't know. Fuck all.
It never ends.
Yeah, my age people play Mobile Legends. Bang bang.
Don't sponsor us.
Don't bang us.
Rage. Shadow.
So what are some goals you have now? What are you striving towards?
Right now I'm on a whole fucking spiritual journey. I'm trying to. I don't even know what I'm figuring out at this point. I really don't know. Right now, I just think I really, really love art, filmmaking, music, philosophy. That's all I can. So my idea is I don't really know where I'm going. I'm just gonna maximize my competence for those areas. I really like to do YouTube, so I'm just gonna keep doing that. At this point, I don't know what I'm doing, working out anymore. I just want to have doubts.
Okay.
Yeah.
The philosopher's doubt.
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to bring everything up so that I can increase my opportunities to meet new people.
The Taoism of Wu Wei, going with the flow. You
I'm
like
not
all these
going with the
things.
flow.
Really?
I'm not going
But
with
you're combining what you love and leaning into it instead of doing what you think needed to be done.
Oh, that's what going with the flow means. Okay, then I'm like half doing that then.
Okay.
Because I
not
still
doing-
have a lot of things that I think I should be and I still have to.
You're sort of on a journey, but you're sort of in this wandering stage. Just
I wouldn't say I'm
maybe sort of
wandering.
aimlessly, but you know the direction you're somewhat going towards.
I don't. Okay, this is so obscure for me.
Trudging forward.
Yeah.
I mean, we are all still damn young.
Yeah,
Like, we
figuring
really
things
don't
out.
need to figure everything out. It's good that we're already asking the questions, but I don't think the expectation of trying to know the answer, I think that is what caused a lot of our
Suffering.
mental.
That's true.
Sometimes you just need to
We're literally
Surrender.
creating our own hell, boys.
just surrender and do what feels right and aligns with your values, with your character. Like if you're
And
a good
that's so
character,
scary,
yeah,
right?
carry it, yes.
Yeah, how do we know what we feels right? It's not something we'll regret 2 years later.
Mm.
Like, what if I'm chasing piano right now? What if I should be playing the fucking violin? Yeah.
I guess like why
Faith.
Why
Yeah,
do you
we just gotta.
care?
It's just gonna become part of our story anyway. Yes.
I mean, you care.
I do care.
Clearly.
And I will.
Everyone cares about.
Yeah. Okay, we care, but we're just gonna do it anyway. Sorry.
Obama care.
What's this long silence? I'm scared. We're waiting for an ad to pop up.
Mobile Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends.
What are the legends? Do you want to become a legend in the future?
What does that even mean?
Leave behind a legacy.
Okay,
Be
what
great.
I just want to have 58 kids.
58?
Is
No
that
more, no
number
less.
negotiable?
Yeah, that's
18
no.
of them must be autistic, 20 Down syndrome.
Other
Kidding.
20?
Lesbian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that is ideal.
Do you guys want to have a lot of kids? Like your empire, your little army.
For me, I'm going the flow. The ideal is a few. Is a few. But I don't want to have hold on to like this.
What do you think so many people don't want kids? That's a good question.
The problem plaguing our birth rates society.
I think is they are scared of passing down the same, I guess maybe mental, like those generational trauma, or maybe it's a genetic thing, whereby it's easier to not change and just live the rest of their life than to get someone and risk the potential of me not being able to change myself. Then after that, I just pass that to another person. Then
Yeah.
that guy have to suffer.
Bring them into a world of maybe hurt.
Yeah.
Courage, no courage.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A lot of people say that about themselves. So, like, what if they pass down their generational trauma?
But they're also selfish because a lot of them want dogs. So it's like they're kind of just using pets as their coping.
Pets are training kids.
I think generally it comes down to like some facet of nihilism, right? Like not wanting to have a child. Like, why would you bring him into a meaningless
In what
existence?
way? Or meaningless?
It's like,
Mm.
I think it's because they find a lack of purpose in their own lives, and then so therefore they see no reason to create new life either.
Yeah, they didn't find the solution to nothing matters.
Yeah, I think the desire for having children comes from purpose, and because our population is so fucking big, there's so many different jobs, and everything feels close to meaningless because you hear so many perspectives online that you can't even come to a. You can't even tell yourself that what you're doing is meaningful anymore.
Yep. Even this conversation, we didn't arrive anywhere in a lot of the topics that we talk about. But
yeah, everything. I mean, but that's what talking is. We're connecting with each other. We're sexting like that.
But the purpose is still there because at the end of the day, if you want to pass on your genes and you have the courage to do so, a lot of things just align itself. Like passing down the genetic pool, we all know we need to have community. We need to have good mental health. We need to have good physical health. We need to have a partner that's attractive in that sense. Like good curves are.
What?
So
not 2D.
Good barrel of
You mean
child.
not 2D curves?
Not 2D girls. Maybe 2D girls next time in the future. But those are the basics in order to be able to propagate our genes. So having that as like an ideal to strive toward is a good purpose in life.
And all those people with generational trauma, they're using it as an excuse not to heal their own trauma. If you just break the cycle, then you can go on. Anyway, besides the point.
It's a lack of courage. They are scared. They have the fear of, oh, what if I can't? And guess what? A lot of us, I think, for I can't say for you all, but for me, I still scared that I cannot change. I still scared that all my fucked up shit, I will just pass on. But I'm still going to do it anyway.
You have to accept the parts of you that maybe cannot change also. Don't know. It's a possibility that you cannot change everything.
I've seen so many couples who choose not to have. Okay, not so many. I've seen people who choose not to have children and they are absolutely miserable. They don't say it, but you can see it in their eyes. Right. And it's also a large statistic. I don't remember the statistic. But I think parenthood is like the most fulfilling thing anyone can ever do. The most fundamentally fulfilling.
Apparently, it is also very important in the development of yourself. Like, until you have a child,
I can imagine.
Cannot.
Holy shit.
And a child is a for sure way for you to practice love. Like the ability, if they become very ugly, if they are incapacitated, I don't know.
Incapacitated.
Yeah, you still will want to assist that child. You want to help your kid because it's your kid.
Yeah.
It's like the first time ever your wife, you won't even know whether you can give that unconditional love. If like she become a total degenerate or whatever, you probably will look for other partners. But your kid, it's like your genes.
Yeah.
Your first time you will ever fully love someone. Fully like 110% love her or him or it.
Peak of connection.
I'm
gonna love my child so much.
Punch them on the womb.
But before that, you have to first love your wife first.
Yeah.
Then
I guess so.
the creation of a child. What's it called?
Or you can just go around mass fucking the population and then your child, boom, appear. You know Plague Inc? You play Plague Inc? Boom, appear like an infection in my empire, just melts the whole world, Genghis Khan type shit. Just believe.
The Vernon virus.
The Vernon virus. Oh, my kids.
This is the backstory.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's my innate desires. Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at like having my own kids, but also if I have the luxury of riches, let's say financial capability, then because the main thing with raising kids is everyone's looking at price, like rising cost of living, that sort
Oh,
of
that's
thing.
Singapore, right?
Yeah, there's Singapore also like a lot of global, depends on your financial situation. But yeah, then adopting, why not?
I
Just
talk to a lot of older people, and that's when they also tell me, "Oh, I'm raising kid, expensive." Then like that, why do you need money for? Like, just live day by day. If it's expensive, then what is the alternative? Just
Kill the kid.
like if you don't have kids, they're not expensive because you don't need to take care of them. Then what is your life for? What are you earning money for?
I mean,
That's
do you
true.
believe everyone should have kids?
Yeah.
I think it's good that people are taking themselves out of the gene pool. It just means more resources for the people that have kids. Because they have more of a reason to fight.
people.
More for us.
When we have accountability to like someone we love, we will. Like, a lot of people have kids. They will do a lot of things that the people with no responsibilities or accountability to people do. Take more risk, do more stuff that add more meaning.
I remember the statistic is like, is it in America or something? 30% of women are motherless in their beyond their 40s or something like that. Is it 30%?
That's the Chris Williamson episode I watched.
Is it? I heard it from Mr. Jordan P. Patterson.
Patterson.
Yeah.
Pata. Peter.
Mr. Jordan
Peter.
Peter Tan.
Next time we'll have Peterson on this seat. Hey Peter.
What's your view on Peterson?
Do you have a view on him?
Not really.
Not really.
He's his own guy doing his stuff.
Yeah. One Peterson is awesome.
But he launched his product though. Do you see?
What's he even selling?
Academy.
Yeah.
Peterson Academy.
Online
what the
academy.
fuck?
University is like 400, I don't know, some thousand
I
dollars.
didn't think he would sell that.
He launched his own.
He made it with his daughter. Oh yeah, that's like damn cool. Like
That's cool.
creating a company. I think she handles his social media also. Like
What does he even teach though? Is it all video courses?
it's like all like the best who want, and then give them a platform to basically teach whatever they actually do want to teach.
Okay.
So instead of having
cool.
I
the
don't think that's
academia to limit silence whatever the lecturer really want to teach, we create a platform whereby students that want to really learn go to the people that really want to teach. That's like their value prop.
I think that's a pretty good thing. Like you just pay that once and you can find your teacher.
It's like a online course. Apparently there's community also. But yeah, there are like a lot of different modules basically you can go
That's
take.
not bad.
It's
If I'm
a
being
school
honest,
replacement.
I'd rather join that than Donna's school. I'm not
Higher
gonna-
education. That is actual okay, no. Not actual education. You don't
Oh.
I mean, they are all still just testing.
Yeah lah.
You can be part of the I guess the what? 白老鼠, what is it called?
What's that?
The testing subjects or you can choose to just observe first.
Early adopter. Oh.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Not here. I want to go another country, and I want to stay in a apartment with my boys, and we just improve ourselves in the things we like.
That sounded very homosexual.
Did Bali kind of affected your vision?
Not really yet.
No.
I just want to do it. Like that's all. It just sounds so cool. Yeah. Hopefully I get to. At least for a little while. My dad doesn't want me to go anywhere.
But do you want to?
I definitely want.
So what, explore the world?
Yeah, definitely. In fact, I was actually genuinely thinking of going to America to study.
Oh.
I'm still genuinely thinking of it, but my dad is like
How long more before you get off NS?
9.
9 months. Oh, there's still some time to reflect, think.
But it's my dad's money at the end of the day. I could
Mm.
say it's like my life, but it's my dad's.
Why not just fund yourself?
If I can, adios.
So do you believe you can? No.
In 9 months, no.
There's a child. Okay, sorry.
I'm still figuring things out.
Must it be 9 months?
No. I mean, I don't mind studying locally, but if it's a few years, then I wouldn't get a chance to
You're from
experience it in
JC.
the same naive lens.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm from JC.
do you have any interest? What kind of industry? What kind of
YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Media? Or no, just YouTube?
I don't even want to take it as a conventional subject like media and stuff. If I were to take a subject and study it in a university, it would probably be English, philosophy,
Okay.
communications. I'm
Social
seeing a
science.
general trend here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Social science.
Okay, maybe not social science, because those people are basically the world's sluts. Right.
I mean, the people doesn't dictate the
Yeah, I
subjects
guess.
are it's what you do with it.
Yeah, I guess so. But social science, maybe not. Like the modules look pretty damn useless. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, what creators? Why YouTube specifically? And then like what creators like influence you to even want to go towards that route?
I would not mind being an actual filmmaker at all. It's just the resourcefulness and the amount of time it takes to get there is just absolutely ridiculous. And then with YouTube, you have so much more creative freedom expression without the labels and the legal stuff
Freedom.
molesting you. I mean, you still have legal stuff molesting you, but it's not like. I imagine it's nowhere near as much as a director gets. Yeah. So YouTube it is. Yeah, YouTube is the shit, man.
Creators that have influenced you?
For what I'm doing now, I don't think anyone. What I used to do, definitely Mr. 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍.
Mm.
What I used to do, Soviet Wombo. Gaming. You see, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
CSGO.
Sweaty palm shake. My hands
Yeah.
are sweaty.
I also got sweaty palms.
Yeah. Gaming
Comparing
videos go hard.
comparing
Oh, wow. My palms are sweaty.
these palms are sweaty.
Oh,
Why your
my
hands so
sweaty palms
big?
are so bad that like when I went on like my first dates ever. I mean, even now, if I go on a date, if I try to avoid holding their hand because it just gets sensual.
But that's your pheromones.
Yeah, literally, you know the avatar connecting shit. I'm leaking my shit
So you
into
get
their
wet?
pores. Yeah, I get wet.
Oh my god.
Get fucking wet. My hands. Yeah.
It's fine. If the girl can't accept that, then it's a good disqualifier.
Yeah.
So.
I'll hold her face like this.
I got a friend that literally got feet and palm sweat to the point that it's so bad. Like I saw his slides before, got like juice on the
Oh,
slides.
that's disgusting.
But still managed to cop like legit good match for a girl.
Good
She
match.
accept him for
Oh,
having sweaty
damn.
palms and stuff.
That's disgusting.
That's why you find people who love the things that you hate about yourself.
Whoa. Bro is expunging. Like the fucking slipper, it comes out as a bowl of water and then I drink it.
I love.
L-
Do you love bath water?
Yeah, he just generates that shit. Like he walks, he gets his daily 10K steps. Oh, my hydration for the day.
Glug, glug. Okay.
And nothing of value was lost. He bro full levels, hydration,
One man's
saturation.
trash.
Yeah, that's the shit.
Mm.
Recycling,
Sustainability.
sustainability.
What are 3 words you want associated with you when you die?
Okay, imagine you're at your funeral, your kids, your friends. What would you want
Oh,
to
that's such a hard question.
Your 58 kids, friends.
The 50 kids have hive mind. So we come up with 3 words about my dad, Vernon.
He tried, lol.
He tried, lol.
Very sincere, one of them.
Sincere.
Sincera.
It's a good one.
I don't know. Sincere, responsible,
Responsible.
Batman.
Batman. Oh, it reminds me of my school song.
He's Batman.
Sincerity, honor, guy.
The Batman.
Where's Rachel?
Yeah.
Martha. Okay, no.
So responsible
Martha.
and sincerity.
I would say so.
Why these words? Though? Why would you want them to associate you with these?
It was the first words that come to my mind. I think the most important thing to me is definitely relationships and like connecting with people. But I think generally, at the crux of it all, that is everybody's most important thing.
How other people feel about.
Yeah. So I guess I came out with those words because I just want to be
It's how you.
right now.
It is how you want to be perceived as by others.
I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, really, no one really cares what you do. It's how they feel about you at the end of your life.
I guess so. Yeah.
Your legacy could be a nice
Lives on in the hits.
filmmaking YouTube channel with thousands of dollars earned, or like maybe millions. Then you got a lot of cars, got a nice house. But at the end of the day, when you leave, the only thing you leave behind is how you make other people feel.
True.
That could be like the words that come into your mind. How other people feel is, oh, this guy's responsible. So it makes me feel maybe safe. Make me feel that I'm cared for.
I mean, there are to a better world, right? There are different worlds. There's the digital world, physical world, then even mental world. So what people are thinking, what they believe about you.
Mm-hmm.
So does your better world encapsulate all of these? So you can
Yeah.
accomplish things in the real world, mental connections,
To the real world.
digital
Irritate
on the
sponsors.
internet.
I think by to a better world, I just mean to more open people.
To more open people.
If I'm being honest, it just means
okay.
like to a more accepting place. Yeah. Or
Acceptance.
more connected place. I think like when we think about legacy, 3 generations later, nothing's there, right, guys?
Yep.
Nothing's there. You know what else isn't there? Any physical memory of you, 0, because everybody who have seen you also 死掉.
But what if you're on the internet?
That's true.
But you'll
Okay,
be
now we have
buried.
that option.
But you get buried by new stuff.
Oh yeah,
If
I
you-
mean,
I
but
mean, people
no
like
physical
old-
memory of you.
Maybe films. That's why films, like people like old films, that sort of thing. They still live on.
Yeah, I
I suppose.
guess. But it's,
But
I
3
mean,
generations ago,
no
what?
physical memory. Like
Yeah.
they don't.
No,
How?
it's only the beginning of digital world now, recently. In the past
Yeah.
like 20 years. That's why the 3 generations down, they did not have film.
That's true, that's
Now
true.
we have film.
Now we have film.
So now you
so
could.
Maybe things would change.
But do we even watch old films? Like, do our kids watch old films?
Does that you can force them to. They're okay. Okay, sorry.
As long as you can pull out the resource, technically, it's, I don't-
I mean, you can set it for yourself in the future. But
So I guess like what does legacy mean to you?
I don't even know anymore. Because just knowing that everything ceases to exist, well, what do I even chase these desires for? And how do we even know a desire is worth chasing?
nihilism.
Huh?
Down the trail of nihilism.
Yeah. I mean, but it's a genuine concern.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we are only carried along forward because of our responsibilities and the people around us. Whether we like it or not, we will live vicariously through us.
I guess like this phrase where people say, a lot of people think they'll be successful when they're old. Why
Mm.
not? Like, it's actually better to just try to live the kind of life that is already successful to you. Like, just
guess
be in
so.
the moment and live the movie, the storyline that you want to be living, and just be grateful of that. Instead of trying to expect, or one day things will change. One day I will leave behind this legacy. One day I'll do this. One day I'll do that. One day I'll be happy.
I
Kinda
think the
make-
mindless pursuit of success can also be very cool, very beautiful. Because it's like you sink yourself into this purpose.
You're
Is-
stumbling and like creating things as you go. Like,
Yeah. I think that's also a valid option. Ideally, you don't want to because of your mental health and shit. But it's so difficult to look at our desire and go, that's a desire worth chasing. Like, how much do we give up? How much are we willing to give up of ourselves or our morals in order to get something? And why? How do we even know how do we even know that we want it bad enough? Like, have you read the 48 Laws of Power?
I've skimmed the chapters.
Like, why should we use those tactics that calculatively approach people in order to get what we want? Because assuming everything is interpersonal relations, right? Why should we give up that connection in order to get something that we want materially? It's most of the time to get a more enhanced version of our connection or increase our status so we have more options.
Mm.
So, but I entirely, I'm so confused sometimes. It's like,
But no one asked you to use it.
yeah, I'm precisely that. I'm just saying that why is a desire so strong sometimes that we try to navigate and manipulate our way to that desire, even though we don't even know
Mm.
what will we get from achieving that thing.
I mean, if you don't know what you get out of achieving that thing, means you're not clear of why you're doing what for. So in that sense, maybe you are going one big round. Actually, you just want maybe love and connection. But
Yeah,
you think
absolutely.
you associate it with material possession, maybe
I mean,
some sort of material success.
money just amplifies what you already are in a sense. So it just
Mm.
gives you more ability to do and like let things come out of you, right? You look at a shitty world and then you look at your shitty self, maybe, in part of this shitty world. And you're like, do I accept this or do I not accept this? Either way, like you're still gonna go out into the world, right? If you accept it, you can maybe be grateful for it, have gratitude.
Yeah.
Or like accept yourself in all your ugliness or anything. So I did not mean to point at you. I meant to point at him. Anyway, yeah. So you accept yourself in all your beauty, the good, the bad, the ugly, that sort of thing. And
I
from
think
there,
it comes down to desire versus morals. Like, people always say you have to cut off a bit of yourself. You have to sacrifice in order to get what you want. It's a must. And that is so. I don't know how to begin talking about this. Right.
I mean, it's the idea of
But how do we make that choice?
Yeah.
prioritizing delayed gratification, right?
But why? Like,
Yeah.
how do we evaluate the desire to be important enough to do that? But I know it's so important. Without these desires, there's no story.
Mhm.
There's no fulfillment. Frederick Nietzsche's type shit. Yeah, there's no will to power. There's no love or faith without desires because we're just empty vessels moving forward into nothing.
That's why I think it's good to sometimes just boil down to our core desires. Like
Yo,
human,
what is that?
like wanting to
Like
propagate.
Maslow hierarchy of needs type shit.
Maybe just start with one, like the purpose of trying to have pass on your genes. To do that, you already need some sort of resources, but not too much. Like you need enough resources, you need status, you need community, you need friends. Then all this comes about. These are like pillars of the same desire wanting passed on the genes. That will be in alignment of what you want.
I mean, it's even accepting your own desires, your own needs, your own
It's
desires.
also easy to say, oh, don't want all this. Is it like you said, people that don't want kids, kind of miserable. They're just coping.
Yeah.
So why not just
You have this limited life. What do you want to make out of it? What art form? Your life is an art form, a work of art.
And for the 48 laws of power, sometimes it's just good to equip yourself with the awareness. Know that there are these things happening in reality.
Reading that thing gave me a whole nihilism dump. Like, holy shit, you guys use this shit?
Because it really shows causality also. Like, people uses all this to get the certain effect they want.
I mean, it just pissed me off reading it. I got like so empty for so long.
48 laws of power.
Yeah, it's like, why the fuck would I need this?
Great power comes great responsibility. Peter.
To me, I think still boils down to intention.
Yeah.
Can be manipulative for good or for bad. Or you can know how to be manipulative and don't use it. It's all about intention.
I mean, everyone manipulates the world around them as they live, tumble, breathe out air. The idea of framing it as giving your gifts to the world, maybe.
What even is fulfillment, by the way? How will you guys define fulfillment?
What is a full life?
What does that mean?
Life full of experiences, Question mark?
But how do you? Okay, it can't be a life. That's what is a fulfilled life. I'm asking what is fulfillment.
What is
Yeah, it's a hard
It's
question.
a subjective feeling, maybe
Maybe.
for
a
me?
measure
It's
of.
able to achieve all my core desires without sacrificing one or the other.
Oh my god, I still don't know what it is. I think I've come to the definition that it is it is acts that affirm your identity that brings you fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
So what
Cause effect.
so what that would mean is like keeping promises to yourself, proving you are what you say you are. Yeah, these kinds of things. And then that will come in different facets like achievements, like keeping a promise. That's we feel like a huge sense of fulfillment when we realize that, our self-respect is valid. We have an idea of ourselves and we actually proved it to be true. One example of this is like, I was always afraid of kind of standing up to people when my friend would get bullied in school. I'll just stand there and I'll just sit next to him quietly like that. And I always regretted that. But then what brought me fulfillment was like eventually getting over that. You know, that flight or freeze. I was just pause. There was a fight in class and shit like that. And I would just pause. It pissed me off so bad. Like I will always think, what if something actually happened? And I just sit there like a fucking retard. But then I remember I finally got over that fear. I remember something happened. It was a fight or something, and I finally stood up to them. Or something happened in a cafe, and I could kind of talk to the guy who was causing all the problems.
Assert yourself.
Yeah, affirming your identity. That is just. I think that's what fulfillment is. Yeah. So when we say we want to live a fulfilled life, which I don't even know it, because it is so difficult. I don't even have a moral compass right now, if I'm being honest. I'm 20 years old, I haven't figured out shit. I don't know what is genuinely important. So if I want fulfillment, I'm going to need to figure out my moral compass, which I have not
How do you
even
even do it?
fucking... How do I do that?
How do you begin?
Yeah. Because, what, am I just going to let external devices dictate that for me? I don't know where it even comes from. Do I just generate it out of my own experiences? How does that even work?
I mean, where do you even get like frame of reference for living? Like how you breathe, how you like eat, how you clothe yourself? Where do you find that like
I
reference?
don't know, man.
Do you just like stumble and learn how to do it? Like,
No, I mean, of course, that comes from like culture and environment and
Pass down. It's what?
the pursuit of superiority in the book. Yeah, just the fundamental desire of wanting to be better, because that's just how we are built.
Yeah. And also, whether you like it or not, we were always just trying to aim for survival
Yeah.
last time. So
that's
it's
true.
all these traits, all these stories, all these legacy, not legacy.
Do you guys have any advice for me, like how to build a moral compass? I'm genuinely struggling.
I mean,
Everything is obscure.
this is what Viktor Frankl, what man's search for meaning. If you want to, that's why you said you disregarded ideals, right? But the thing is that ideals are like, if people tell you to be realistic, right, you set like that, then you'll probably get like this, right? Like a graph. You'll probably reach only like below that, like what you aim for. You aim high, then you get slightly lower. But if you really have an ideal, so it's higher than like, you're not realistic, you have to dilute yourself a bit to slightly higher. But then you, so you
How
will
do I
not
even get those ideals from moral values?
That's why you have to find characters, maybe frames of reference.
So just go by feeling. If I think that is important, but even if I,
mean,
don't
there's a reason why you feel those things like about a character or about any any character really. For me, I use a frame of reference Jesus. Like he as a character, the perfect person of everything. Like that's what I base my stuff. I guess he is my moral compass in a sense because he was a perfect person. He did no wrong in a sense. Like that's literally what he's known for. So that's why frame of reference, my frame of reference, I strive for that. I'll probably, because I'm human, I have imperfections, I'll go down a bit. Fine, like I accept that part of me. It was a recent discovery of mine. You have to accept yourself in your failure also. Just fine.
But sometimes there's great beauty in like doing something wrong to achieve like a wonderful desired outcome and things like that. So there's way too
Like,
many
your
considerations.
idea of what is wrong may not be like the objective, like you can think that I'm doing something wrong, but what if you have to do something wrong to like
You're right.
in the
Then how do I build my moral
from a
compass
separate frame?
around that?
You just have to do what you think is
What
right.
is important
What is the purpose of the moral compass? What do you even want?
in order to find fulfillment? Like I want to have an identity that I can stick to so that I don't have to spend all this time being confused and
But will your identity not keep changing?
yeah, definite. I mean,
Are you talking about like principles?
well, I mean, I guess so.
Having principles in line so that dictates your action moving forward. I guess for me, what I do is I actually did this like kind of research I asked ChatGPT what are the
That's how you
virtuous traits.
Oh,
Like they have like courage. What does courage mean? What does courage mean to you? So you individually dive into it, like generosity. And why do these character traits are considered as virtuous? Must be a causality lah, where people pass down the stories, or these traits equate to you being a great man, you making people feel better about themselves, you being a servant to the world instead of just you are not sacrificing yourself, but you are offering yourself. You are valuable. You feel important.
your sacrifices are valuable.
Maybe it's not like sacrifice, more like you put in. It's a willing, like you willingly sacrifice. It's not really like you minus something out of it. Don't find out what are the characters, like build character. What does good character mean to you? Words. What does the word mean to you also? And it might take a while to know, but maybe the first step is just like go shopping a bit. I want this character, I want this character, I want this character. Or what does it mean? And slowly figure out.
yeah, it's gonna take hell of time.
I mean,
Yeah, but we all have
We got
time.
time, right,
Yeah.
guys?
that's all you have while you're here,
Yeah,
It's better
all we
to
have.
spend time on this than go meaningless drinking all the time.
Yep.
Great power, great responsibility. Knowledge is power. So if I'm just using like the Bible as like a Adam and Eve, like the fruit they ate, forbidden fruit was the knowledge of good and evil. So
They just had
vice,
sex. They're just calling it forbidden.
okay, vice and virtue. So you know what's good, what's bad. From there, that's where you base your. Do you want to go to the bad or do you want to go to the good? Do you choose? Sorry, I think you phrased it. I can't remember your phrasing now in your videos.
What?
Choose virtue over vice. Choose virtue. That's a video of yours, right?
Yeah, but I said over vice.
That I'm not sure, but choose virtue, right?
Yeah, I did say choose virtue.
I mean, but it's implied, bracket over vice, because it's either virtue or vice. Two extremes. So your moral compass maybe is just a scale. Virtue, vice.
Yeah,
It's a choice. And it's a choice you have to make sort of constantly every
Right.
moment, right?
exactly.
It never ends. So
Never ends.
men search for meaning. Meeting. I want to meet. I want to eat some meat. Anyway.
What the fuck was that?
But I think we went very, very deep in this talk.
A bit all over the place, but
It's a bit over.
c'est la vie.
It always feels this way, but
It's very fun though.
it's how conversations go lah. Like when it's meant to go deep, we will just naturally go there.
Yeah, it should have.
What's your main message to the world? Mirror to the digital online.
Main message. Don't do drugs. Touch kids. Yeah. that's about it.
Was there a comma in there or don't do drugs, touch kids?
So, more like do drugs and touch kids.
Okay.
Ah. Okay.
I mean,
Oh, I'm still stuck on the topic. My brain.
All good. I mean, that's why you have to digest, right? Mental.
all these conversations, the aim is not to have a resolution at the end of everything. Sometimes it's just a process that just enjoy the
Right.
process can already.
Stop hoping for completion of everything in life.
Hero.
The way of the superior man.
But I think you already figure out like your next step. Like
No,
it's just, just keep living.
yeah.
I mean, there are
Basically.
different ways people work. Like you can stumble and like just create things as you go. Then eventually you'll find out, oh, this was what I was meant to do with my life.
Yeah, we
Then
connect the dots after we arrive.
For me is I need the entire end goal already done. Then I work backwards. That's me. Yes.
But I'm
Both will.
excited to see. Are you gonna redo that video? The
Yeah,
copyright?
definitely.
Okay.
I'm gonna try it.
I'm excited to see the product.
Pissed off.
Everything everywhere all
It's
at
called
once.
romanticization of high school.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
DXD.
Where can we find that video?
You just replace it with high school DXD footage. Like
Where can we
I
find
don't even know my
your
channel.
video? Vernon is
Veronica.
Veronica
But-
Lim.
But it's at Vernon is taken.
at Vernon is taken.
Oh.
I will link it in the description.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I keep changing it. I'm actually so confused at this point. You know why I have to change it? The hype from my parents.
Oh.
Yeah,
Why so scared?
because they are intrusive people.
But all problems are interpersonal problems. So maybe you just have to talk to them.
Maybe. I've talked to them hundreds of times, man. Not gonna happen.
Is it?
Because they are, I mean, especially my mom, hell bent on me not talking about porn. Porn. Yeah. So I just can't do it.
Mm.
I remember I had a video where I said I watched porn and my mom lost her shit. She called me and it was like, she was just
Oh,
spazzing out.
Do you
Oh,
ask
you
why?
go online and talk about porn?
Do you ask why she feels so strongly again talking about it? Do you know?
I mean, I did, but she just vaguely explained herself. It's
I
not
try
any-
to understand perhaps why.
I
why she
can
feels-
understand why people will feel like that, but there's nothing. I mean,
And
I
but
can keep trying to do it. People's advice would be to just do it
it's
no
just
matter
a
what they
taboo
think.
topic. Like that. What's your message regarding the topic? Like, do you want people to stop, or what? Is porn the problem?
Porn is definitely a problem.
The enemy?
Porn is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. Pick it up.
The Ryan Holiday.
Yeah. Don't watch porn. That's a whole nother fucking topic. We're gonna be here for another hour.
I think we'll just. You'll come back for sure.
We'll
Like,
do a part 2
we'll do a.
on porn. I love
We have
porn.
recurring guests. This is the monkey.
That marks.
monkey.
I guess we can end this here lah.
Yes.
That was
So-
fun. I was grateful for the gays. You need to show them that.
Yeah,
for
I know.
context.
I wrote on the whiteboard.
Okay, I shouldn't have mentioned
I
it
am
so
grateful
much.
for
Now
the
you need
gays.
to- Now you need to actually show it. For
Yeah,
context.
to show context. The elephant in the room.
If not, everyone just like, what the hell is this guy
You need
talking
like
about?
a frame this way.
Mm. All good.
That's a whale. Why you got my dick on screen?
It's an ideal.
Do you guys have an outro? No outro.
The outro is a bell. Already ended already.
Oh, too bad to vote.
gonna be cut to it. Here.
Actually, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
Oh, we should do an outro.
It's the behind the scenes. the ending. Beatbox ending.
I can do my classic.
Huh?
Sexy.
Too bad to vote.
Sexy guy.
And that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Let's go.
Subscribe to Worthless Wisdom for more Worthless Wisdom content.
That's the thing. I think we just got cancelled. Like nothing can be used.
Starting a podcast with my
Every
friends, you know.
sentence. I think at that point like, oh shit, this guy more articulated than me.
Really, man?
Yeah,
Oh.
definitely.
Do you believe you're
Better-
articulate?
To an extent. I'm still not very precise with my words. Sometimes I yap a bunch of vocabulary that don't even fit the fucking phrase. Mechanical bisector.
Mm.
Mechanical bisector.
Just say it in a deep and sexy voice so that people love it.
Yeah, it's just
Mechanical bisector.
They
it's
would
the
eat
way
it
you
all
present
up.
it. Not
That's why this shit is all getting cut. It's actually so worthless.